Hello guys, welcome to another new video. And today in this video we'll be talking about PHP. So not only talking, this will be a completely practical hands-on session where I'll be performing a login registration form using PHP. And on the back end, this login form will store the data on the database MySQL, which I'll be using, and I'll be showing you the complete demonstration. So first of all, you need to have the software XAMPP or MAMP installed. So currently I'm using XAMPP, and since I am on a Mac machine, okay, so it is showing me an IP. Okay, if you are on Windows machine, it will be showing you. You can access this thing on your local host. It may be the port 80 or anything, but on my Mac it is giving me the IP, so I need to access the control panel of this XAMPP, that is phpMyAdmin, using this IP. So or here also I have an option to go to that application, just clicking on this button. So here you can see I landed on the XAMPP web UI, and here I have an option for phpMyAdmin. So this is the place where I can access the complete thing. Okay, now what I'll be doing, uh, I need to have my login pages and other details, and for that I'll be going inside my XAMPP folder. Okay, so this is my XAMPP folder. Inside that I have a folder named htdocs, and inside htdocs I have created up a separate folder, that is form. Okay, and this form contains I've just like imported a few images so that I can make my background a bit colorful, nothing else. So let's move on to the practical directly. uh, I won't be wasting much time on the HTML part. Okay, so I have a coding snippet ready, which I'll be using over here only. And for this, what you need to do is, where first of all, let me go to this page where I had it. Yeah, form. So on this form, I created up a new file. First, let's save it as login.php. So this will be the login page, and here there will be no work of this PHP. Okay, but still we need to save the page as PHP only. Just a minute. I have this page already created. That's why I'll be copying the login page from here. So I'll be explaining this code. There is nothing much complex. This is the Bootstrap CDN link, which I have taken from getbootstrap.com, and this is an external link to my CSS file. Okay. Next, what I have done, I have created a div, and container is already a Bootstrap class. Now inside that I have uh, created up two forms. Okay, one is for the login, another is for the for your registration. So let's have a view how it looks like. So how I can access that page, I need to have this IP 192.168.64.2, 192.168.64.2, pressing sorry, not dashboard. I can access the website. After this I need to write the file name where it is stored. So it is stored in the folder form slash login.php. So this is my form. Okay, now I'll be adding some styling. Don't worry about this HTML and CSS part. I will be sharing the code on the your description. Okay, so here I have the style.css already ready. So I am copying it from here, because my main focus here is on the your building the concept. Okay, so let's first of all save it. Okay, now a few things about this form. Here you can see on the login I have given the action validation.php, and similarly on the registration part I have given the action registration.php. So whenever user will click the submit button on this login part, it will be using this validation.php. And if the user clicks on this registration part, it will directly give to the action registration.php. Okay, and last but not the least, since you all know that there are two kind of requests, one is the get, another is the post. So here, because we are sending the data to the server, that is why here the method is post. Okay, and other things that I have used are generally bootstrap classes. Those are a part of bootstrap, so I won't be focusing much on bootstrap. Now next step, what I'll be doing, I'll be going on to the registration and validation page. Okay, so let's save it and see how our page looks. I've just added, okay, I don't know why this background is not working. Okay, styles.css, that is why it was not working. Now let's refresh our page, and here you can see we have a beautiful looking background. Now the next thing that we'll be doing, next what we need to do, there will be two pages, one is registration.php, one is validation.php. So let's create those two files, registration.php, and second will be new file validation.php. Done. Now first let's work on this registration page. So let's first of all, as you all know that PHP code starts with this set of brackets, then question mark, and finally this PHP tag. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to write our whole code inside this thing. Okay, so let's first of all, first thing we need to do is we need to start the session underscore start. It's already a created function. Next, after creating this thing $con, this will be a variable where we'll be storing out our details, and we'll be connecting with the MySQL instance, MySQL underscore connect, and this by default takes in two arguments. First one is the localhost, since I am using a local database. Second argument is the name, username of your database. Okay, so if you haven't changed anything and you are using the default settings, your username will be root, and by default you don't have any password. Okay, but if you have changed your password, then you need to mention the third argument as the password. Fine, so this is one thing. Now the next thing what we need to do is we need to select our database. Okay, so we need to select our database, because by default PHP won't know which database I want to use. So MySQLi underscore select underscore db, and here I will be giving the parameters $con, and the second argument will be the name of the database. So we haven't created up any database, so here you can see I have a few database created, but again I'll be creating up a new database. Now how to create a new database, you can go to this database section or click on this new. Okay, let's give up a new database name. Let's say user reg. Okay, so this is the name of the database I have given, and finally click on create. So here you can see our database, new database has been created with the name user reg. So the next argument that I will be giving is user reg, the name of the database. Fine. Now what we need to do, since we'll be getting our data from the form, we need to create two variables, name equal to, and another will be $pass equal to. Now here what we need to do, $underscore post, sorry, square brackets, and here it will be user this will be password. So what basically we are doing is we are getting the data from this name and pass. And what is basically this name and pass? Here you can see. Okay, so we are getting the password from here. This was the name given, and we are storing it on inside this pass variable. And finally what will happen, we will pass these two variables to our database. Okay, so how I'm gonna do that, let's see. So again I'm creating up a variable $s, and here I need to write the query: select everything from. And since I haven't created up any table, let's go to our database and create up a table. So here you can see I'm on that page, and here I'll be creating up a table, let's say user table, and I'm mentioning the number of columns to be 2. Fine, and click on go. So here you can see it is giving us again up a blank form, so we need to fill it up. These are the name of the columns, so I'll be giving name and password, and both are of since varchar, so I'll be changing it to varchar. And let's say length will be 255 characters long. And next we don't need to change anything. What we need to do on index, I'll be keeping my name as the primary index. Click on go. Finally we are done. You can preview the SQL code by clicking on this preview SQL button, or else you can save it. So here you can see my name is my primary key, so there is a key like symbol over here. Okay, now what we need to do, let's go to our database, select star from user table, and where name equals, let's say $name. Okay, and next I'll be using this query now, and storing result equals comma $s. Okay, and finally what I'll do, since there cannot be two username same, so I would need to write a line here, that is, let's say $num, which will store number of rows of, let's say. So what will happen, this s variable will store the names. Okay, and finally it will check and store how many number of rows we have with the same name. Okay, now we need to write a if and else block, where we'll be checking if the same name exists or not. So $num, if it is equal to 1, means that name already exists, so we will echo out username already taken. Finally the else block, and inside else, if the name is not already taken, now we need to write another block. So let me create another variable $registration, and here, so if that username is not present, so what we need to do, we need to insert the data into our database. So insert into user table, insert into user table, name and password. We need to insert both of these values, and finally values. So these are the name of the columns that we have created on our database, and now we'll be putting up the values. So dollar name comma dollar pass. This will be inside single quotes. Yeah, and finally there are two lines that we need to write. MySQLi underscore query dollar connect, and we need to pass the data dollar rich. And finally, since this part is done, we need to echo registration successful. So we are done with the complete steps, and I'll be copying the complete set of code to my validation.php as well. And inside this, before that, I'll show you guys how this works. So let me refresh, and let's say I'm giving a name Ankit, that is my name, and let's say I'm giving up a password Ankit. Clicking on register, you can see registration successful, a message pops up. Now let's check our database if the same thing happened there or not. So here you can see name and password, it is coming. So that means our database connectivity is working perfectly fine. And now what we need to do, we need to make out the login part. Okay, now one thing on registration, now if the user is not logged in, what we need to do, we need to always take him to the login page. So login.php. So whenever the session starts, we need to drag the user to login.php. That is what I have written over here. Let me use single quote, it will be better. Yeah. Now coming on to validation page. Now on validation, we don't need to write the header part. We need to change some code over here. So if the name is already present, location colon. So if the login is successful, we need to redirect the user to home.php, and if not, what we need to do over here, again we need to redirect the user to login.php. So if successful login, then home.php, and if not, then we need to redirect him again back to login.php. So this was one of the important steps that we have done. Now there are a few 2 steps more left. That is, we need to create the home button, home part, and another is the last part is your logout part. So I'll be covering that part in again another video. Till then, let's see if this works perfectly or not. So what we need to do, we need to log in. So I can log in with my, but nothing will happen since I haven't done anything. So that is why it is showing me some kind of error. Okay, so on the next video again we'll be solving out these things up. Okay, so have a nice day, and the second video's link will again be on the description, or you can see on my right side, it will be popping up. Okay, so have a nice day guys, thank you.